Hey guys, it is me, Tyler Baggins, and I am just here with my beer, and I have stumbled across something, just a tragedy. And you know what they say, tragedy plus comedy equals time, and I think it's been long enough. You see, last September, I'm here to break the news. Norm Macdonald has committed suicide at the age of 59. And he did it on live TV. So this broadcast, this transmission, is in commemoration of Norm Macdonald. Please pay your respects.
When people commit suicide, no one ever understands. You know what I mean? People commit suicide, people go, I don't understand why. And I go, you don't? Well, you live in a cotton candy house or something? What the fuck? You don't know about life? How it only disappoints and gets worse and worse until it ends in a catastrophe? What the fuck? There's two reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack up.
It's true, guys. Norm did it. He committed suicide. The only question is, why did he do it? Did he do it to escape the hollow shell of an existence that he was living? Or did he do it to whack off? No, I don't know. I don't know you, Norm. I'm not trying to get in your head, but I do know this. A multi-million-dollar Netflix deal sure does buy an awful lot of whacking off. So this is just a broadcasting commemoration of the comedian we once knew, the comedian we once looked up to, the comedian Norm Macdonald, who is no longer here with us today on this mortal plane. A comedian who's dead and gone. A comedian who wrapped that noose around his neck. He took the cyanide pill and he committed suicide on live TV. Let's just take a moment to remember the Norm Macdonald of old. The Norm Macdonald we all remember. It's not that long ago, guys. It was only in the year 2000 that you have to look to see the real Norm Macdonald.
Know what you do, who cares?
Look at that. Man, it's more fun already. This is pre-suicide Norm. This is back in the days, in the year 2000, when you go on a show like The View and tell those horrendous bitches the truth.
Hi, what's up, man?
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
And
Well, I hope that...
okay, guys, I'm going to play this whole clip through because I think the filter of time has done magnificent wonders for this little piece here, okay? So just look at this whole entire clip through the lens of time and see how it holds up here. But this is the Norm Macdonald of old. This is the Norm Macdonald we miss. This is the Norm Macdonald that could push the boundaries, that could go on live TV, on establishment network TV, push the boundaries of what is acceptable discourse, say things that you're not allowed to say, and he's met with, I mean, sure, they brush him off, sure, they don't take him seriously, but they let him say it, and they treat it as a joke. Compare that to 2018, and it's a little different, but look at what it was like in 2000. Look what Norm did in 2000. This is why the suicide of Norm Macdonald is such an atrocity. Just watch this clip.
The Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. Yeah, he's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Murderers. Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered.
He called Bill Clinton a murderer on live TV. They're just like,
let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
They let him say that.
What can I tell
In the
you?
year 2000.
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being
This is
very
while Bill
nice,
Clinton was still
okay?
president, by the way.
Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No, listen, we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations.
And Barbara
you're
Walters,
supposed to
she
be
knows
funny.
where all the bodies are buried, man. She knows all the secrets, and she's just trying to play cool, trying to move along.
Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara. So I'm now going to ask the next
I
question.
thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up!
And he just
Okay.
keeps
Let me
going
do
with
this,
it, man.
okay?
He knows he's
tell you
being
what's the matter
naughty,
of
and he
record. You will not be
keeps
invited
going with
back
it.
if
That's
you
what we
don't
love
shut
about
up.
Norm
All right.
Macdonald. Making fun of Bill Clinton, making fun of OJ. That's what. Come on, man. He tells the truth.
The phone is
I
ringing.
certainly hope
At least
that's
he used
somebody
to.
calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone
No, this is
ringing.
just some silly thing he does about a phone going off, and where he thinks it's just some funny, silly gag about the phone going off. I don't know. I guess we'll watch it. We'll watch it. It's pretty funny.
There, you know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer, he told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on
But
and
this
then let it
kinda
ring
shows
and then
how,
pretend like there's a guy on it.
Calling Bill
there
Clinton a
anybody on it?
murderer on
No,
live
it's a
TV
thing,
is
pretend
You know
thing.
right
what,
up there with
You're a dead man.
a gag like this. Like, he's just being silly.
Yeah,
He's
you're
just being
talking
naughty.
about
He's just
that.
being,
You know what, Barbara?
he's just being
You know
Norm.
what you said
Is
about
what he's
rage
doing.
and work?
And in the year 2000, it was acceptable. It was acceptable to go out there and say naughty
All
things
right, then.
when you were a comedian.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you
All
annoyed
times
us,
have changed.
That was the
I've read
understatement
that
of the
you have actually annoyed one of your
Now
idols.
this gets
Who was
really
that?
good considering
the
it's
great
2018.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
Now, this
what'd
is
you do?
amazing.
Oh, my God, I love that guy. He's my hero, you know, just like you, maybe
Bill
George,
Cosby.
Bill Clinton would be your hero. I love.
There's no stopping you, is there?
No, I used to like Bill Clinton.
There really, and this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway. Who
He
cares?
knows all about Bill Cosby
No,
too.
Bill
He's telling
Clinton,
us.
who's a great man, obviously. You know, everybody has their opinions.
He's
right?
telling us Bill
Are you
Clinton is a
moving along?
murderer.
Bill
Bill Cosby's a
Cosby.
great. Come on.
Cosby.
You know.
God.
All these people know.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
No, Bill
There's
Cosby
shots.
is a great
He's
man,
singing
first of
on
all.
live
There has
TV.
never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about
Yeah,
you
never.
just tell us
Look
what
at
you
him.
think about Bill
Oh, my
Cosby?
God, he
Oh,
knows.
I met him. I opened for him at a
He
club,
knows
and he
the
was a
whole
great
thing.
man. You know, he's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby
Yeah,
is.
so get to the point. I'm going past menopause.
Norm. Rest in peace, Norm. I can't believe you had
Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
We are learning that, okay?
All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right, Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Why don't we talk about the millionaire?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Tonight, Norm and
Yeah,
I...
please.
in-
I like Bill Cosby. Let's
Norm
talk about the
Mc-
millionaire.
Norm Macdonald and
Look
I
at
are
them,
on
just
The
trying to
Millionaire.
change
Oh,
the
yeah.
subject
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see him
Yeah.
tonight?
Product here. Norm actually, He got to the $1 million question. Norm's smart, okay? Norm is a genius. Norm is the smartest guy on this panel by 1,000, okay? He's smarter than Barbara Walters, Joy Behar, Star Jones, and the Asian lady, all combined. Even with the Asian lady's IQ, which is probably high, okay? Norm Macdonald, he got to the $1 million question. We just talked him out of it.
What are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know. He doesn't answer anything anyway.
Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on
Yeah,
on
go
Friday
watch Norm on The
and,
Millionaire.
on Monday, his
Go watch
taxes
Norm
will
on
be-
The Millionaire. Watch how smart he is, and watch how he just trolled The View. And you know that was the year 2000. You know, in the year 2000, you could go on The View. You could tell the truth to these horrendous ladies, and you know they might slap your wrist, they might tell you you're naughty, they might cover your mouth, but that's it. They're not going to take away your career. You know, they're plugging your career. They're trying to put you over still. They're trying to get you on that millionaire show. They're trying to make you a millionaire. Norm, but it's 2018, man. It's 2018, and Bill Cosby is a rapist. Bill Clinton's a murderer, and you have committed suicide. And let's go to here's why. Here's what's going on here. This is what this is all about. This is where this controversy stems from with Norm Macdonald. You see, he went on the Howard Stern show. God forbid you go on the Howard Stern show and get in some trouble. Who would expect that? Who would go on Howard Stern and be naughty? Not a comedian. No, not in 2018. A comedian's not allowed to be naughty on the Howard Stern show in 2019. This time, comedy plus tragedy equals time. So, it's 2018 and funny, I don't know. Anyways, you get my point. What got him in trouble? The Me Too movement. He got some flack because he said that he was glad the Me Too movement died down. He was glad these wild accusations against people like Bill Cosby. Oh, this is so funny. You know, he was glad it kind of calmed down a little bit, and he caught some flack for that. And they said that he was being disingenuous to victims. So just listen to this. This is the controversy. This is where it all stems from.
You don't believe
Why
money
Norm
is the root
killed
of all
himself.
evil? Watch the new season of An Ice Cold Blood on Oxygen.
Well,
Hey, listen, I have people in my life who are victims of real bad sexual abuse.
I do too, Howard.
Rape, everything.
Yes.
And they
It
go through.
destroys their
It destroys their life. They're never the
Absolutely.
same.
Oh, of course not.
Their whole bodies shake at the thought of it. Some of them even black out when they think about this
Yeah,
thing. It's horrible.
yeah, yeah.
So
I know that. And of
yeah.
course, you know, you'd have to have Down syndrome.
not to know that.
My new word.
Down syndrome. Right. That's a good word.
You'd have to have Down syndrome to not feel sorry for, you know. Of course,
Oh, he didn't say
Me
retarded.
Too is what you want for your daughters.
He didn't
You know
say-
what I
Yes,
mean?
he didn't
And
say
you want that to be the
retarded, guys.
future world.
Did you hear that? He said that you'd have to have Down syndrome to discredit the victims of the Me Too movement. You know, funny. You know, you get it. You get what he's being naughty. He's on the Howard Stern show. But man, they tried to take away everything from this guy. Okay, he was slotted for an appearance on the Tonight Show to promote his new Netflix series, his new multi-million-dollar Netflix series. He was slated to promote that on the Jimmy Fallon Show. This controversy happens. They cancel his appearance just to let him know. Just to say, hey, Norm, are you sure you want to be a naughty Norm? Are you sure you want to do that? And then, almost as just to slap him in the face, they give him an out. They say, hey, man, you want that Netflix show? We like you. We've been doing business with you for a long time. Why don't you make things right? Why don't you go and make an appearance on one of our other shows here on ABC? Why don't you go on The View, Norm? Remember your appearances on The View? Remember when you went on The View? Yeah, of course you remember. You remember going to The View and calling Bill Clinton a murderer? Why don't you go back on there and make an apology, Norm? Why don't you go back on there and show us that we own you, Norm Macdonald? And that's exactly what he did. And you see, as a comedian, as a fan of Norm Macdonald, I look at his appearance on the Howard Stern show, and I hear his comments that, he may think is regrettable. I don't see that appearance on the Howard Stern show as regrettable, Norm. No, as a comedian and a fan of you, Norm, I see your appearance on The View to apologize and walk back your statements on Howard Stern. That's what I see as being regrettable, Norm. That's what I see as being unforgivable, Norm. And that's what I see as you committing literal suicide, if not just career suicide. No, it's literal suicide. Norm Macdonald is dead. The Norm Macdonald we all knew, the Norm Macdonald that went on The View and said that Bill Clinton was a murderer, that Norm, he's dead, man. I don't even know if he was ever alive. Maybe his soul was sold a long time ago and I just didn't realize it. All right, I'm just gonna show you this. This is Norm Macdonald committing suicide live on the air on ABC last September on The View in front of Whoopi Goldberg and Barbara Walters. And if you don't believe me, watch him. Watch him. He takes cyanide pills in this video. Watch Norm Macdonald literally consume cyanide tablets as he walks back his statements. And I'm not even joking, guys. Watch this. Watch this.
Comedian Norm Macdonald has become a huge hot topic over his comments about Roseanne and Louis C.K. and the Me Too movement. And it led to The Tonight Show, saying that we're going to cancel the appearance, but we wanted him to come and clear the air. So please welcome Norm Macdonald.
I told you guys this story. We're going to get to the good part.
You took a lot of flack for...
Where are we at here? Here we go, guys.
Stern show yesterday to apologize, and you ended up making it worse because you said you'd have to have Down syndrome not to feel sorry for the victims.
Yes.
Do you regret saying that?
You just keep on getting into trouble, Norm Macdonald.
It's always bad when you have to apologize
for the apology.
An apology.
Do you lose it when you're on Howard? Is that what happens, Joe?
Well, there is a thing on Howard where there's a recklessness in the studio, and there used to be a word we would all say.
Retarded.
To mean stupid.
Retarded,
we don't
Norm.
say anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know the word I'm talking about? Yes.
See, Joy, thank you.
And
Joy,
stupidly, I was about to say that word,
And you put this
and I stopped and said, "What's the right word to say?" And then I said a different word that was equally.
Yeah.
Did you realize in that moment that probably
I
offended
realized
a
at
lot of
that
people?
Here we
moment
go.
that I'd done something unforgivable.
Yeah.
That's where he takes us. Look at that. Look at that. He
It's
says
like
the cyanide
things
pill right
don't
there.
have
Look at this.
sex
I'm
on.
going to rewind this, guys.
Did you realize in that
Offensive.
moment that probably
Look at
offended?
this. Do you realize at that moment that you've done something unforgivable? You uttered the word Down syndrome in place of the word retarded as a metaphor on how you can't say anything, but even if you say something different, it's still not any better, Norm. Do you understand that all of your jokes go over 90% of the public's head, and we don't know how to react to that? What do you think, Norm? What did you realize at that moment? Did you go too far?
I realized at that moment that I'd done something unforgivable.
Unforgivable. Take that cyanide pill.
You know,
Look at that.
Things spill out sometimes, and it's just difficult.
Look, Joy, she's a comedian. She wants to give
Roseanne.
the
She
benefit
gave you
of the
your first
doubt.
job, I understand.
She gets it.
And so you put
I
that
feel,
together
I feel
with,
bad for
Louis.
I feel so bad for this guy that he's got to go and prostrate himself for $80 million in a Netflix deal. No, I don't feel bad for you, Norm. I don't respect you anymore, Norm. And I don't care. I don't care how funny you are, man. You sold out. You sucked the devil's dick.
Now, I was saying yesterday that Louis
on The View
did Comedy Cellar. And what he didn't talk about these allegations.
He does it again. If you don't believe me,
he would have done.
He does it again. He says something else.
To have a comeback, he needs to
that's equally as terrible, equally as reprehensible as a comedian, as someone who respects the comedic process.
I don't know if Roseanne could ever come back.
Are you worried to speak now because of the backlash
here it happens again.
that you've received this week? Now are you thinking twice before everything comes out of your mouth?
Who is this bitch? She sucks. She's trash.
This is how he's a slow talker.
He's a talks like that.
But I think just in general, we all now have to think very carefully about the words that come out of our mouth, because you risk offending somebody or a number of people.
Well, Joy's often said that PC, political correctness, is killing comedy.
It is killing comedy.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Where it's a small group.
He's going to commit suicide.
Often people will come and say, you know, some guy said a joke and you're asked to defend it, and the joke is always horrible. Like, it's the worst joke you've ever heard. And you're in this position where you have to defend a terrible joke on free speech, you know. But I always, like, reporters always ask you, like, what's offensive? Is anything over the line? And I personally think almost everything is over the line.
They like it
everything is over the line. He takes that suicide cyanide pill.
But I will say, the remark I made about people with Down syndrome.
You know, maybe Norm's not lost. Maybe this wasn't him committing suicide, guys.
We agree. Well,
maybe I've gone too far. Maybe he just, you know, maybe he just wants $80 million in a Netflix deal. You know, maybe, is that too hard to believe, guys? I don't think that's too hard to believe. I don't believe that it's beyond the realm of possibility that this guy would go out there and make an apology for something he's not really sorry for, just to keep that cash flow going in. And I hope to God, Norm, that you taking those mints when you said those unforgivable statements. I hope that was your little tell, you know, your little sneaky way of telling me, communicating directly to me, Tyler Baggins, through symbolism, that you know how messed up what you're doing really is. That you know that you are a hypocrite. That you know that you have no validity in the realm of comedy anymore as a hero, as a virtuoso, as someone to look up to, man. Everything you've ever done, everything good you've ever done, Norm, is now in the past. And that's just the way it is. And you got your $80 million and your career worked out. Great. I hope you're happy, Norm. I'm happy for you. I won't be watching your Netflix show. Cause your time is done, man. Your time is over. You can't say retard anymore, Norm. You can't say retard anymore. Well, if that's the price you have to pay for a Netflix special, I guess that's the price you have to pay. But I don't have a Netflix special, Norm, and I'm not going to get one. I don't want one. So I'm still out here saying retard. Okay, Norm? We're still out here saying retard. Your time was back in 2000. Your time was 20 years ago. There's a new wave of people coming through, and we're not afraid to say retard on The View. You don't believe me? Barbara Walters, book me. Whoopi, have me in the studio. I'll say retard all day long. So, guys, just know that all your heroes have died, and it's because they sold their souls to the devil, and they took suicide pills, they wrapped a noose around their neck, and they committed suicide. Basically, they strapped a suicide vest to their chest to get the 72 virgins in heaven, to get that $80 million 72 virgin Netflix deal. Okay? Well, that's fine. But there's a new wave coming up, guys. Your time is done. You're back in the 2020s. This is we're heading into 2020, and we got crystal clear vision. Comedy plus tragedy equals time. Remember that, Norm. As you waste away tragically through the annals of comedy or whatever. I don't freaking know, guys. Did you get... Okay. Good night, guys. Have a good one. Bye.